England players were either uninformed or have been silenced by FIFA. Either way, that's a disgrace. And either way, I think we should hang our heads in shame because all the Iranian people were behind the England team.
Were you watching or listening to England against Iran at the World Cup? As always, the national anthems were played before the game. Here is Iran's.
Well, no singing from the Iranian players, and that's connected to what's going on back home, which I alluded to earlier. One of the higher-ranking Iranian officials on the sidelines was singing along, but none of the players singing their national anthem.
That was TalkSport's commentary there, of course. And not only did no Iranian player sing, some of the crowd actually booed. Iran's captain said, "We have to accept that conditions in our country are not right and our people are not happy." Now, one of the most vocal supporters of the huge protest still taking place across Iran is the comedian and Hollywood actor Omid Djalili, who we can speak to now. Good morning to you.
Hey, good morning, Asma. You okay?
I'm fine. Tell me what it was like for you, Omid, watching that yesterday. And I presume, did you think that's what they were going to do, or did it take you, were you surprised by it?
Yeah, I think we were all totally taken by surprise because it was widely publicized that the Iranian team had gone to, get their blessings from Raisi and all the supreme leaders and all the what we call the murderous terrorist regime, because we had hoped the Iranian national team would be like the beach soccer. The beach soccer team, they won the FIFA beach soccer final and they beat Brazil in the winning goal. The player did the scrunch and snip, where he did this thing where he put his hair up and snipped, which is the sign that we understand in Iran as support for women. It's the first girls' revolution in the history of humanity. So we thought that there would be no symbols at all, no gestures from the Iranian team. That's why I made the video to encourage the England players to do that, because that was going to be such a massive thing to show the people of Iran England's support and basically the West supporting and seeing what's going on. So when they did not sing the national anthem, which is what a lot of the Iranian teams are doing, they're refusing to sing it. This took everyone by surprise, and we were shocked by it and very, very heartened by it. But we're now a bit worried about their lives, even though they have 2 more games to play. But we did notice during the game, which I didn't hear on the British transmission, a lot of chanting going on from Iran fans. There's one chant which is Bi Sharaf, which means dishonorable. And they were chanting that at the Iranian team because that's what they thought that this team represented, not the Iranian people, but the Islamic Republic of Iran. Oh. And I didn't hear that on the British broadcast. So that was very interesting.
I mean, I wanted to ask you about Shoreh Bayat, who is an Iranian chess player who had to flee Iran because she was criticised for apparently not wearing her headscarf correctly. We spoke to her earlier on and she said she didn't quite get why, they were being called brave, the team, because she felt that they shouldn't be there in the first place. Obviously, everyone has, people can have different views, but presumably for them just to have refused to have played would have put them in even more danger.
I think you can't really blame the sports people for this because they're representing their country. That they've fought hard to get to the World Cup final, so of course they were going to play. And yeah, there's no question that Iran should have been banned. And people say, how can you bring in sport and politics? Well, we've banned Russia, so there's no question that the two are mixed and people are becoming more aware of all the global issues and we care. So Iran shouldn't have been there. But it is interesting to me, they got beat 6-2 and this Iran team is ranked 20th in the world. And they capitulated pretty quickly because I think that they felt disheartened by the fact that they were called by the regime to say, give us your blessing. And they knew the whole of Iran would turn against them. So they'd lost the wind behind their sails. But I'm actually very disappointed in the England team, I have to say, because Gareth Southgate in his press conference, when he was asked directly, Iranian activists are asking, they're looking to the England team to make a gesture to support what's going on in Iran. And he said, I'm not really informed about these things. Well, we think we'll get informed, Gareth. And also, he goes, if there was a gesture that the Iran team wanted us to do, we would listen to that. Now, Iran team are never going to speak to the England team, and they had a real chance. England scored 6 goals yesterday, And if Jack Grealish is being lauded for doing the worm and highlighting correctly cerebral palsy, and we say, well done, Jack Grealish, it means that the England players were either uninformed or have been silenced by FIFA. Either way, that's a disgrace. And either way, I think we should hang our heads in shame, because all the Iranian people were behind the England team. And I was looking for one England player to do a very efficient, small gesture that would have been massive. Jack Grealish is in every newspaper saying, well done him. Can you imagine the global reach if one player had done scrunch and snip?
Yeah.
That would have gone global and it would have gone viral.
No, I'm sure it would have. I mean, some people will say, well, hang on a second, they were kind of caught up in their own gesture war, which was the rainbow armbands that never
no, exactly,
materialized.
Exactly. But once they were told not to do that, that left room to do something else, and they didn't.
What about Wales? They might do something.
I think there was most of the support I got when I put the video was mostly from Welsh, Irish, and Scottish people who said, "Give us a chance, we'll do it." So maybe Wales will do it. I'm so happy Gareth Bale scored, because that keeps Wales in the competition. And Wales they have tremendous support. They've got the best national anthem. I think if one of the Wales players do it, they will become global heroes.
That's interesting. Well, we will, no pressure then. We will see what happens. We'll be watching very, very closely. Omid, thank you very much for talking to us. That is the comedian and Hollywood actor Omid Djalili.